Und damit willkommen zurück zu The Great Ace Attorney. Results 2 Chronicles. Ich hatte irgendwie gerade so zum Schluss hin eigentlich einen Bock mehr gehabt, I guess, das zu machen, aber jetzt werde ich glaube ich mal wieder ein bisschen lustig. And note those 3 titles are here in the room of the victim. Jetzt müsst ihr dazu mit Clips. Oh man. Yet Mr. Natsuma claims never have to been before. What does this mean, do you think? I really don't know. Oh man, don't know what will make it. Of the family books. Dass die dann quasi dafür verantwortlich sind? Indeed, what you realize is the book's answer, of course, is a part of family books. Right, it's no more coincidence that the 3 titles are in this room. It's a link to the truth. Mr. Natsume, you purchased these books for days. 4 days ago at a second-hand books. That's just a coincidence. In that case, you will be able to bring the same 3 titles from your own room, will you not? This very moment. No, never non-negotiable. If you can't bring your own copies here, it proves that these 3 books are in fact yours. Having purchased the books 4 days ago and returned to lodging you arrest the very next day. To quote a constable, have brought his books here on that evening, but you never mentioned that. In other words, you could only have brought the 3 books here to the victim's room. Last night, having returned to your lodgings after the trial, concludes the Old Bailey. In short, there is only one possible conclusion. The victim died here in his room last night as a result of poisoning. On the same night, the victim had a visitor, and the visitor was you, Mr. Suzuki Natsume. This concludes the final act of Sherlock Holmes' great deductions. Das sieht dann mal wieder total genial aus, I guess. Not again. Well then, Mr. Natsume, it would appear you're gonna have to accompany me down to the yard again. But wait. Hold your horses. Yes. Door, K, locked, entry, exit, entry, impossible. Here he's so flustered he is being even stranger than normal. What you think is that an alibi? You could have just made a copy. What? You live in the same building after all, where you'd have had plenty of opportunity, I'm sure. But sorry, sir. You will get your chance to give your side of the story later. If I speak for themselves, Mr. Mustache. You horrible Herlock Sholmes. He really has found himself an arch-rival now, hasn't he? Come on now. No dailying outside there's a carriage waiting. Lacom student with another Voodoo experience. I never meant I'd be in this position again, but you have to help me. Please, I'm innocent. Alright, I understand. We'll come to you later and talk about it and more thing. Oh yes. My poor little kitty cat. Please give him breakfast for me. Okay. And so his evil curse is still apparently unbroken. The Sogi-san found himself once again the prime suspect in a case of murder. Muss man mal sagen. Aber das heißt auch mal wieder, wir stehen dann wieder vor Gericht, I guess. My dear fellow, that honor belongs to you. Well, at least means Inspector Craig's no longer here. We can examine the crime sense in more detail now. That's all right, and of course, what? Have you forgotten what the inspector's intention before? It was the landlord, Mr. Garrett, that would discover Mr. Shamespeare. Mr. John Garrett, yes. I accept we could find him in his sitting room in the top floor as usual, right? Must remember to go and talk him later then. Dementsprechend. Oh, the poor man. You suppose it was a very painful death of being. Don't know, all we can do now is hope that he'll be reborn to life. Yes, I suppose you're right, I wonder. Do you think that putting your hands together in a Japanese prayer will help her soul? Sorry. I made sure I had a reference at ready for just such an occasion as this actually. This book is entitled The Beginner's Guide to Praying for the Departed the British Way. I'll just reread that it now one moment. There is quite a spin one that isn't there. What is this? It look like a part of involvable, I think. Is this a thing you may be a parrot? Perhaps it was turned off when the letter was opened. Is that significant? Well, it's a little out of place perhaps when you look around the room. There's no signal of a letter or rest of involvable facts here. She's already, and yet here we have to turn off involvable. It just strikes me unusually. Agree we'd better take suits just in case. Yeah, look around. Is this someone sort of makeshift stage? I think, isn't it? Where does the audience sit rehearse for the nightly Shakespeare performance? Actors aspiring to the great stage must be practiced their art, Mr. Naruto, with audience. In fact, on a related note, perhaps you should set up a mock bench for the defense in your office. What? Then you could practice your art every single day. I think about it. If you promise to don a beard and play, the rule is the charge. But if that would help you achieve your goals, this I have to see. Wie komisch. And here we have another disproportionately large material. This looks like a matter of some kind. Wie können wir bitte schön dann die Beweise ja gar gilt von außer dem, was wir ja offensichtlich hatten. Das ist a gas matter, I think. That is district residents pay for gas as with coins. Ah, I see. Yes, now you find it out. I can see out there's a slot just that looks about paying coin. So mean if you put coin as there. That's right, would be you about 2 hours of gas for lights and heating. If you were a poor person with no money, you have to sleep in the freezing cold. Yes, if you were scraping with friends because you forget exchanging money at the bank, thank goodness there are no matter in your office. Ja, wenn das jetzt eine kürzere Folge ist, mein Leben tut mir ja wirklich leid, aber wir sehen uns im nächsten Part, wenn wir dann hier ein bisschen weiter untersuchen. Macht's bis dahin gut und auf Wiedersehen.